Yo, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another Moveset guide video. And today's Pokemon, we're going to be featuring Alakazam. Now with Alakazam, it did get some slight, I guess, move buffs, because now it can learn Nasty Plot rather than Calm Mind. Calm Mind used to be popular on the Alakazam, but now we have Nasty Plot. We have Nasty Plot, which is going to give us a +2 in our special attack. And we have the new move that was featured, or not featured, but that is new in the DLC for Pokemon Sword and Shield, Expanding Force. Users on Psychic Terrain have 1.5 times power hits foes. So it's pretty much a move that can target both if you're like using it in doubles. It is stronger than Psychic and Psyshock if you're using it under terrain, which is really good. And then we have the next move, which is Dazzling Limb, to get a little bit of coverage when it comes to dark types, or even to target dragon type Pokemon. And then we have Focus Blast to hit those Pokemon like Ferrothorn, Tyranitar, which is really good to have, but the only issue is the 70% accuracy when it comes to Focus Blast. The funny thing about Focus Blast is that every time I use it, I feel like I miss it more than Hydro Pump. I think Hydro Pump is about the same, or I think it's a little bit more. It's like 85 or something. I guess that makes sense. But yeah, and with these sets, you're more than likely to run Timid Nature or Modest. Modest if you want more special attack, or Timid if you want more speed. And the item we're going to use is the Focus Sash. You are welcome to use any other items as well, but I feel like the most popular set to run right now is probably Focus Sash or choice items. And we have the ability Magic Guard. This Pokemon can only be damaged by direct attack, so Alakazam can pretty much go in on Stealth Rocks, Toxic Spikes, pretty much any hazards, and it won't get affected by it. Along with, if you are using Life Orb and you have the Magic Guard ability, you won't be taking any damage from the Life Orb, so which is really cool. So that's why I think Focus Sash is probably like one of your best bets when it comes to Alakazam. But yeah, another option that you can run, rather than if you don't want to run Focus Blast or Dazzling Limb, you can run Substitute. So you can have, like, let's say for example there's a Cinderace in front of you, and typically, or it should, I think Alakazam is faster than Cinderace. So typically it'll go for like a Sucker Punch onto the Alakazam, so you can just, you know, substitute, get a free Nasty Plot, and then you're going to be at +2 special attack, and you can use whatever attack, or Dazzling Gleam at this point, since it's going to be a dark type. Or I don't know if it fails, because I think it does. I think Sucker Punch fails when it doesn't. Yeah, I think it does. I don't think Libero activates the typing or something like that. I'm just bringing it up because it happened to me, and I don't remember if it actually does so. But yeah, I guess in that case, if you are running Substitute Nasty Plot, you can run like probably Leftovers or something. Yeah, you could probably run like Leftovers, or Life Orb works as well. Just because, you know, you're going to be taking HP from Substitute, but you get a free Nasty Plot and you'll be in a Substitute. So I think Leftovers would probably be your best bet, or Life Orb. Get more damage, and you don't take any damage from the Life Orb, so you'll be in really good spot. All right, for the next set we have a really offensive, more so like coverage. So we have Psychic Energy Ball to target the water ground types like Gastrodon, Seismitoad, what's that derpy Wobbuffet looking one, I forgot its name, the Quagsire, that's another one. Dazzling Limb again for coverage for dark types. I guess the only thing we're getting walled out here is probably like Corviknight or the Ferrothorn. But we have Psyshock here. Feel free to change Psyshock and replace it with Psychic. I just have it up here just so like we don't get walled out by really special defensive mons. So, but then again, you'll be doing heaps amount of damage when it comes to Alakazam, since he has a really high special attack, but If you want to change Side Shock for like Focus Blast or any type of coverage, then feel free to do so. But Choice Specs is the item on here. It's going to be 1.5 rather than 1.3. Again, feel free to change it to Life Orb, or you can also add the Wise Glasses, which is another option. The only thing is that it's only 1.1 times power, and I guess the other good thing is that you don't get locked into a move like you do with like choice items. So that's another thing. And again, Timid or Modest is completely up to you. We get more special attack when it comes to Modest, but less speed. So feel free to do so. Next set is kind of a cheesy set. We have Counter, just in case there's something like really strong. Let's say a Darmanitan is not really good against your team, and you need to get rid of the Darmanitan. Usually it's Choice Scarfed, and I think it does outspeed the Alakazam. So you can go for the Counter. Alakazam goes down. I guess depending on the situation, what Darmanitan is in, but I think it has to be a contact move for Counter to take effect. Yeah, if hits by physical attack, returns double damage. Then we have Psychic, Dazzling Limb, and Shadow Ball to target like other Psychic types. For example, like another Alakazam or Reuniclus or something like that. Just to do super effective damage. And Focus Sash, Life Orb, feel free to change to whatever you think is best for you. Or I think Focus Sash is mainly for this set because we have Counter on here. So yeah, Counter is the or Focus Sash is the item for the set because we have the move Counter. But yeah, it's actually really good to have Counter. Could potentially just knock out things, or just in general knock out Pokemon that can be really problematic for your team, and really unexpected too. Now this is not a move set, but feel free to incorporate some of these in these other sets, except for the choice sets. Like the choice specs don't. I mean, you can, but you'll be locked into it. And for Alakazam, it's just more of like being offensive than being a full-on support. But I mean, you can. It's just completely up to you. I just prefer to use Alakazam more offensively than anything. But we have Encore just in case, like if a Shuckle leads, you can Encore Sticky Web, Stealth Rocks, or something like that, or you can just shut fast Pokemon down by giving it Thunder Wave and just giving it a hard time with Paralysis, or just any Pokemon in general. We have Recover as an option too, just in case if you're gonna get like some sort of priority move, like Sucker Punch is probably like the only one. I probably only don't with more Sucker Punch than anything when it comes to Alakazam. I guess it's just more of the situations that you get stuck in, but when it comes to, you can fake the offensive pressure and just go for a Recover. You'll be able to get some health back, and I guess from there it's just like mind games. Or you can have Taunt. It's completely up to you if you don't want any Pokemon to set up any sort of status or stat boost hazards and whatnot. But it's actually really cool to incorporate some of this stuff into these sets. Feel free to do so. Like I said, could bring a lot of momentum and put shenanigans out in the field. And this is a doubles Alakazam. I'm putting this up here because I think this is really insane that I ran into an Alakazam like this on doubles ranked, where it had the ally switch and the speed swap. Now the speed swap working with Trick Room definitely threw me off because I just had nothing but I had Pokemon that can benefit Trick Room, and I ended up getting speed swapped by the Alakazam, and then it ended up setting up Trick Room, which didn't help me much more since with speed swap, it switches the speed with the Pokemon. So with Alakazam speed, Alakazam is a really fast Pokemon. So I got into a situation like when I was running the Beheeyem team. My Beheeyem was like no speed invested, and I ended up getting speed swap with the Alakazam, and I was always going first, and the ally switch was just on point. And then with the expanding force entity terrain, it was putting in work when it came to this Alakazam, so it could be pretty problematic. I don't see what else I can cover, but yeah, that's the double set. It's actually pretty good. I don't remember the EV spread, but I'm gonna assume it was something like this, and just know that it was problematic when it came to the speed swap shenanigans. Let's see what else it can learn. It can learn disable, foul play, knock off. I don't think, yeah, some of these are like moves that you don't normally see with an Alakazam. Stored power, maybe, not too sure. I think that's new too. I don't recall Alakazam getting stored power. Teleport. You can learn toxic, try attack, trick. Trick could be another option too. So you can like lock in choice scarf and to shut down Pokemon like Toxapex. But I guess at that point you're probably just gonna go for a psychic, or they're just gonna swap out to like something that's immune to psychic. But you can, depending on what it is, you can also trick it. So definitely throw them off for sure. Skill swap. Skill swap could be pretty good actually too, if you're trying to set up for something that takes like recoil damage. Like you can go for Magic Guard, and what was that one move? Oh, Steel Beam. Steel Beam, I believe if you have the Magic Guard ability, you won't take any recoil damage, so that's actually pretty nice. But there's skill swap as another option if you're trying to go for like cheesy shenanigans. And I see another move on here. Let's see. I guess Imprison. It might have been Imprison that I saw with this set. I don't remember. I think it was like to counter like other potential like setups, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, let's see what else it can learn. It has Gravity along with Magic Room. Magic Room could be pretty good. It's just stuff that you don't normally see. Roleplay could be another one as well. I think Roleplay will probably be your best bet when it comes to user replaces its ability with its target. So yeah, that's the Alakazam. If there's any other suggestions that you guys think the Alakazam could potentially run to be as powerful as it already is, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.